Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Okay, now we continue for the next chapter. We actually done for chapter introduction and then we cover 2 class on the database thesis. We cover almost 30 database actually, plus minus. Okay, now we should be continuing for the topic on the literature review. So this is a part of also very important. But for the next week, I need to start for the chapter research methodology. So I try to make it simplify. What type most important things, most importance you need to know that in order to write literature review. So let's start. Okay. Alright, this is most important regarding on literature review process. I know that this is initial stage. You still in semester 1 or semester 2. Still a lot of things, articles and thesis you need to read. Okay, I think it's not just a few. You need to read more and more. But the most important thing, not just only readings. Okay, not just only read and readings. But the most important thing you need to understand what actually you read, okay, from thesis of article journal. Okay, because we write a thesis, this is about research. You need to read a lot of the research output, okay, based on the research process. From that you can understand what is actually research. From the previous research you need to read and apply. So that's why the second one, after you read, okay, you need to work together on the interpretations. From interpretation you need to think and apply. Okay, that's why in order to write in literature review you need to summarize in Excel, for example. We call that the Excel, maybe the next weeks, the following weeks. Okay, the next week we cover on the seconds on literature review. I'll try to cover how to make it summary or simplify from your read from article or thesis. We can make it summary in Excel. So we use the Excel. We call that the Excel is database and matrix. This is very important. Whatever you read, you need to record. You have something that we call that systematic record. So that is very important. After you read, you need to write, summarize in your Excel, for example. Why I suggest in Excel? Because Excel is systematic. If you summarize in the words, it's not called a systematic. And then we call that writing. So this is a circle you need to be work in the system, not just only read and read and read. So you just read one, for example, one article, then you please to interpret from the articles. I know that some of student is not read a fully of articles. You just read from in the front side. Maybe you read just introduction and literature review because you are not really understand methodology. You skip in the methodology side, in the result and discussion. I think this is quite wrong approach. If you want to write a literature review, the most important part you need to read is the methodology, result and discussion. This is the part you need to read, and then you can cite from that article. It's not just read the introduction in literature review. If you want to write a literature review, the most important part you need to read methodology, result and discussion. Please remember this, okay? And then you need to write, and I hope so the student can write at least one day one paragraph. Okay, you no need to read more and more. Suddenly you not write any paragraph. Okay, at least one day one paragraph. So this is the process literature review. This we call the continuity, continuously, time to time, day by day, by dailies. You need to read, interpret, and the writing. This is we call that normal process. It's not just only reading and reading and reading. You try to read more and more and more. This is article. Suddenly you not interpret and not writing. Please do writing every day, at least one paragraph one day. Okay, that's the most important. Okay, next. This is a part of the very important in your research regarding on, we start on the literature mostly regarding on the, we call that the main knowledge. Okay, before we start discuss on the theory, you should be clear these definitions. What is theory? Theory is represent on the main of knowledge. Okay, I repeat, theory represent a main knowledge. So in order to make sure what's main knowledge in your field, in your topic, in all your research, is not just only based on the theory. Some research, yeah, not from theory, we call that models. So the model is become a main knowledge. Okay, other study use a principle because principle in their field and their topic become a main knowledge. So the C persons. So C person use a theory because theory is the main knowledge. Okay, the main knowledge not necessarily become from the theory. So we call that the main knowledge. Every research should be have the main knowledge. For example, Ali use theory. Ali use theory as their main knowledge. Siti use a model. The model become the main knowledge. Fazli use a fundamental as the main knowledge. So when we talk about the theoreticals, it's about main knowledge, main concept. We call that main knowledge. Okay. So in this case, I believe from PhD and master, sometimes you need more than one. For example, you want use theory, so you want use 2 or 3 theory. Okay. But you need to clear for the PhD purpose, if you want use one theory, also accepted. You don't compare some, we call that master 1 theory, PhD 2 theory. It's not right. If the PhD, if you, in order to answer the all objective, capable 1 theory, also accept. So PhD can also use only 1 theory from the research, not necessarily use many. But sometimes on the qualitative research, you need read more and more theories and concept because represent on the understanding and meaningful. They are difference. Okay, we not use a theory for the testing, but for the quantitative, we need use a theory because you need to test. So that's why in order to make sure you want to test, you need to accurate. You need to find that accurate theory to test. And that's become very important. In quantitative, we call that objective. The answer is yes or no. That's it. But in qualitative, become a meaningful. So that's why in qualitative, you can read more and more theory in order to make it understanding. That is quite different regarding on the qualitative research and quantitative research. Okay, we give one example here. Let's say you have set. Sometimes we need to call a theory a set. Because in theory, you should be have element of variable or themes from your theory. So that's why I'm called that theory a set. And that is very important. Many scholars also highlight the same thing. Theory is a set. Okay. Let's say you need to choose. I need to ask you regarding this matter. Please answer in your chatting. Okay, regarding this theory, set A and set B. Please answer. You choose set A or set B. Okay, we go. The set A. Okay, let's say you have 3 theory. Okay, in set A, you have 3 theory. So you want to use a theory A and theory B and theory C. Meaning that you use a 3 theory. So this is represent. In order to write theoretical framework like this. So you need to choose a theory first. And then you decide you use a theory A, theory B, and theory C. So represent this one, your theoretical framework. Or a set B. So set B, you also have 3 theory. In your research, you need to use theory A and theory B and theory C. So this is how you draw your theoretical frameworks. So your option should be theoretical framework, should be theory B or theory A. Okay, please answer in the chatting room. So I need now. Please respond everyone. So in this case, you choose to set A or set B in order to represent theoretical framework. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your answer. So thank you. Like Cafe answer set A. So everyone need to give the answer. Why you choose A and choose B after this? Okay? Okay. Jawab je, cuba try jawab. Your answer is theory A or theory B? Okay, theory A like this, theory B like this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 answer theory A. Okay. Okay, Faizal set B. Ajar set B. Okay, Farid Ismail set B. Wang Yifi theory A. Okay. Okay, kita ada ramai, kita ada 23 orang. So please respond. You choose a theory A or theory B. Okay. Okay, Hazwani Zulkifli theory B. Alright. Okay. Come on. Okay. I give the answer. Okay, I give the answer. Thank you for your response. Okay, thank you for your response. So this is my my interpretations this matter. It's okay. Doesn't wrong, doesn't perfect actually. This is a learning process. Okay, thank you for your response. Okay. In theory A, okay, in theory A, okay, if you have three theory, you have theory A, theory B, and theory C, we call that this represent the same thing. Okay, theory A, theory B, and theory C is same function. Why you need three theory if you can use only one theory? So theory B actually same like theory A. Theory C actually same like a theory A. So sometimes theory in outside there is actually redundant, replicate and redundant. For example, redundant is you can choose which one much better, either theory A, either theory B, either theory C. So you want use these three theory, sometimes panel become confused. They ask you why you need use three theory. And the reason is the theory actually the same function. And their benefit also same. The element also same. The theme quite same. Why you need use three theory in your study? In this case, in set A, you need choose only one theory. I have previous my PhD student use not three theory, they use four theory, become major correction. And become major correction. So the panel said you need choose only one best theory because from the previous study, from the previous PhD, they show that they use for theory, actually the theory is redundant. So theory A, B, C, D is actually same. Why you need use for theory if you can use only one theory? Please choose the best theory from your theory represent in your research. This is we call that set A. Okay. Set B is correct. Why? Because we call that complement. Saling menyokong antara satu sama lain. You cannot stay alone in theory A because not enough. We need theory B. So others part we need to fulfill by B. Also, we need also in theory C to become to our integrated in good main knowledge. So in this research, why we use a main knowledge, in order to tackle a main knowledge, you need three theory to support each other. Okay. So the right answer is B. The right answer is B because this is a normal research. Why you need another theory? Because to become complement. So if actually from the theory A, it should be redundant. So in this case, be careful. You just choose only one theory. Okay, I repeat again, but for qualitative research, is okay. Okay, for the qualitative research, is okay because of subjective. You can use this theory. Okay, because you no need to drawing theoretical framework. For qualitative research, no need theoretical framework. Okay, that's why you can use theory A or theory B. For the qualitative, you can use set A or set B. Doesn't matter. Okay, but for the quantitative, the accurate answer is B. That's So this is you should be know that in order to choose a theory, become complement. The panel will ask you why you choose theory A, why you still need B. And that's why I give you some of the tests to make sure you understand why you need more than one theory. So this is the reason. Okay? Okay, clear again? All right. Ada soalan before we continue? Ada orang if you have another to debate or you have give another justification, if sometimes you not agree why my answer is B, anyone to ask? You can still ask if you time to times regarding our class, you can ask the question from the in the chat room. Okay, okay, we continue. Okay, you can still ask questions. Sorry, you can ask in the chat, no problems. Okay, we go the conceptual framework. We go the conceptual framework. Now we talk about conceptual framework. Everyone, your conceptual framework, your research conceptual framework should be not same with everyone. You kalau nak lukis conceptual framework tak boleh sama dengan orang lain. Okay? Why? The same framework, it should be in theoretical frameworks. Okay, my theoretical framework as belong from the previous study. Yes. If you're drawing a theoretical framework, because from the theories. Okay, let's say I'm drawing like this. So this is my theoretical framework. But this theoretical framework is become from the original one. This is not new. This is not new. But because this theoretical framework directly and you extract from a theory, from the original. But in research, you need to come up conceptual framework, at least 1% difference. So when people looking your conceptual framework should be different from the previous study. Okay, that is the most important. That's why when we talk about the contribution, if you can if you can come up the conceptual framework, this is a become of the theoretical contributions. This become of the your theoretical implication because you can represent a conceptual framework. If you cannot represent a conceptual framework, meaning that you don't bring a theoretical implication or contribution. Okay, again, we go this what we call it, this figure, okay, this image. In the left side, actually we can see the theoretical framework. So this is theoretical framework like this one, but I try to make it similar. I make it drawing into verticals. Okay, this is our theoretical frameworks. Okay, in the center one, this is your conceptual framework. This is your conceptual framework. It's something like quite same but difference. So this is your conceptual framework. Okay, from here you can see that you just use A, B, and C as a frame. Okay, this is we call that a frame. A, B, and C a frame. In order to research, you need to identify a variable or the theme from A, B, C. You need to find the variable or T. So that's why you need to read more. Okay, theory is your main knowledge. Asas ilmu. And asas ilmu, your theory. So in research, you need to support. So in the right side, this is we call that support. We call that concept support. You not just only read a theory. You need to read model. So model become this in this research, model XX is a support. This one main, this one main, this one support. So model is support, policy, model SS, guideline, practice, model, SOP, theory, best practice, literature review. All of this become a support and sokongan from this theory. In order to come out, in order to drawing your conceptual framework, you need to read a theory as the main knowledge, and then you need to support to others materials or others concept. Become model, policy, guideline, practice. What else? Benchmarking. What else in outside there? So we need to read from the academic side, practitioner, governments, They have a lot of material and document. So that's material, documents, whatever, that's become your concept support. So once you have theory, once you have the concept, then you can draw your conceptual framework. So this is a conceptual framework. But if you don't have theoretical framework, how come you can write in the conceptual framework? If you want to develop your conceptual framework, you need read a more and more and more model, concept, whatever that related in your research. So this is your theoretical framework, TF. This is your conceptual framework. Okay, this is just only basic knowledge. But in your real study, sometimes your image quite different. Okay, in term you maybe you're drawing in terms of the landscape from the IV in the left side, and then the right part is the dependent variable. Maybe you use a moderating and mediator as the middles from your image. But I just to share how to understand what is theory, what is the concept. So if you study in your degree, we read a book, for example, management, accounting, theory and concept. Why we need to study theory? Why we need to study a concept? Some book write theory and model. Model actually a concept. But if the model become the main knowledge, model also a theoretical. So clear, theoretical is about the mains, and then the concept become the support. If you read all of things from the literature review, this is actually support. If you read annual report, this becomes support. You read from the model from the industry, model from your research, they become the support. If that part become a support, if they become the mains your study, this should be in theory. Not necessarily theory from a theory. Theory also can become from the principle or model. Why? Principle also the main knowledge from your studies. It's different. Sometimes our field is quite different. Some education, engineering, oil gas industry. Yes, many of social science use a theory, but from engineering, they don't have much theory. They use a principle as the theoretical framework represent on the main knowledge. Okay. Next, I need to test you. Okay, please to answer. Okay, which one is actually conceptual framework? Okay, please answer which one the concept framework. But here we have A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so A, this is correct. You draw your conceptual KK, meaning that conceptual framework. KK stand of the conceptual framework. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, your answer is A. Set A is a conceptual or not? Say yes or no. A, Y or you write A, Y or no. Kalau Y meaning yes, no meaning that's wrong. Okay, this set A. This is set B. Okay. I need to interpret from here. Set A, B, C. Then you need to integrate all, so become ABC as the conceptual framework. Or you want to use a tree theory, but suddenly your conceptual framework only use A and C. So where a B? So no B. This correct or not? Okay. So set C, the drawing like this, A, B, and C. So but the conceptual framework only A and C. Okay. But D drawing like this. You have A, B, C, but you use A and C. Okay. And then you have also like this. Okay, from E, A, B, C, A, B. Okay, please give answer for yes only. You answer in chatting, please answer for yes. So yes, set what? Okay, we have again set A like this. So you have 1, B, C. You at least what one only conceptual framework represent all of things A, B, C. So this one set B, yes, you have 3 theory, but suddenly you conceptual like only one, only A and C only. So the C also, you make it another drawing of conceptual framework, but direction only A and C, missing B. But set D like this, so you have A and C. So you have drawing A and C, but suddenly you mediator from B, and then this one also you directly subset from the theory A, B, and C. So your answer is what? Which set is actually right? So nak tengok you punya jawapan. Okay, please give answer from your chatting rooms. So set A and D and E, Hajar. Okay. Okay, Hazwani said D and E. All right. D and E. D and E. Mostly answer D, E. D, E, D, E. But some Razwana Hajar Arani, dia jawab A juga. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just to respond. When you respond, you participate and then A and E. Okay. A and E. Or the D and E. A, D, E. Okay. All right. Right, alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Thank you for your feedbacks. Okay. We see the B first. So B should be reject because not include a B. So actually B is removed. It's not correct. Okay. Theory C also not the right answer because you not include a B. Why you choose three theories? Suddenly your conceptual framework not involved from B. So set B and set C actually is not right. We go to set D. Okay, in set D is actually we know that as a direct involved on the A and C, but B is actually partial or the moderate from this conceptual framework. So actually B involved actually. So in this part, set D also accept. So set D accept. So if you answer is D correct, meaning that's you're right. Okay. So set D okay. Set E okay. Set E is actually the best one because you involve the whole part of your theoretical as in your conceptual framework. So set E is okay, set D okay, set C no, set B no, okay, set A. So set D become different mazhab, they have different answer. Okay, because they are still use both of the theory, a couple of the theory A, B, and C. But if you still remember that I mentioned before a previous slide, actually maybe these three theory looking like redundant. In this part, I just to give my opinions, okay, my opinion because we have the different scholar opinions. So for me, if in quantitative, maybe I'm not recommend. Okay, in this drawing for the quantitative, I'm not recommend. But for the qualitative, okay, no problems. So I think the best answer to I think that to make sure that all the panel will be agree regarding our conceptual framework, the best answer is D and E. D and E. For A, I think that I mentioned that there's sometimes we have different scholar must have some people. But B and C confirms it's not right. Okay. Okay. That's most important. So today I need to highlight this one theory and concept. So you need to clear on this. Some when you go to proposal defense, some of the student still not cannot to make it cannot make it differentiate between what is theory, what is actually concept. So concept actually support of your theories. Sometimes theory is quite old ones. So maybe your theory in 1980s, 1990s. Okay, but now in 2020 we have pandemic COVID-19. So we have the revolution of industrials, a lot of things quite change. You need have different culture, different politics, different economic. That's why our theory needs support from the situational environmental situation right now. So that's why all the research should be considered in terms of the support. Sometimes we call that support concept. Okay. So that we know that be very clear on your conceptual. Okay. After you clear what is actually theoretical and conceptual. I give you one example. This is quite common for your research. Mostly every research try to make it at least little bit improvement, little bit new from the previous study, because you need to represent your contribution, your research. That's why you need to extend from the previous research. So when the panel asks you what's the difference between your research in this research with others research. Okay, I give the situational from this part. So this is a very important. I know the last part of your literature review, you need to come up your research frameworks. The end of your research, the end of your literature review, you need to represent your final research framework. If somebody asks you how to get your research framework, you need to answer once I complete my literature review. Once you complete your literature review, you have research frameworks, because in the end of part of your literature review, you can draw your research framework. Okay, let's say in this case, this is some examples. In research, maybe we can call that the name of theory. We have grand theory and small of theory. Okay, what is the difference between grand theory and small theory? So grand theory is actually quite popular. Okay, the popular theory, and still time to time, still relevance until now. That's theory used. For example, Maslow theory. This become the grand theory. Theory plan behavior. This will become what else theories? Cognitive theories, RBV theories. So this is a part of the grand theory. What is the small theory? Okay, small theory. Small theory actually is become a new research. For example, let's say my friend study on the qualitative. They use a grounded theory as their research strategy. Then they come up and they extend for they come up with a new theory. They come out with it because they are just only done your research, no follower, no other study use that theory, that we call that still small theory. Or it's quite long previously they have done their research, but no more or very little study use this research as a theory. That's become not popular, not repeating use, new research. So they become that the small theory. Okay, please looking from this image. Let's say a grand theory, or we call that the main of knowledge or the main theory, we have A, B, and C. But now, let's say the theory is from 1990, 1990, okay? But now you want to come up the research framework from 2020. Okay, so from your reading, you get the some, we call that support. So you read a small theory, you read a model, you read a conceptual from the model from industry, model academic, industrial practice, you read a policy, you read blueprint, benchmarking, guideline, and then you read the previous research from literature review. Okay, from the first support, okay, we have main theory, then you have support. Support also, theory also become a support because you use a theory. So you have one theory as the main, you have another theory, but the another theory is not main, just only support. Okay, when you look at the most theory, we can find that they have A, D, and E. Also, in terms of the model also, they have the A, B, D, E, and F. So conceptual, so you have C, D, F, G. Literature review, you have many. You have some previous study highlight A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you need to decide. You already choose a grand theory as a main knowledge. You nak tak nak, in this case, you should be include A, B, and C as your research because this has become the main part. But you notice it is guarding on D. So because D also highlight in the small theory, also in the concept, also model industry also have D, Also something like policy blueprint also highlight D. From literature review also D. I think in this year 2020, I need to propose another variable or theme. We call that D. I can give the justification. You can see the small theory, conceptual, and literature review also highlight the same thing regarding on D. Okay, if you want to put E, oh, but in the policy blueprint, no highlight, no mention. That okay. But please remember, because this is a thesis, PhD. So if you want to add, please don't add too many. If you just extend D, only one you add, also very good in terms of PhD. Just add on one. So you confidence, I need to add D. So actually, if you add D, you extend from the trend theory. You extend from the main knowledge. Okay, you just need to add D. If you check, yeah, nobody research actually come up A, B, C, D. So you are the first researcher actually propose use your research framework actually have dimension on A, B, C. If A, B, C is actually follow the theory, but in this case you add D, then you have the justification why you need to add D in your research. In this case, why I put research framework is the last part of your literature review. Because from literature review, you read more and more and more, then you make it decision. Yes, I need to include D in this research because this is a requirement. Current situation, we need D. Yeah, we believe that theory is contributing very good in this part, but in this matter, we need to add D. I have the reason why I need D. So if I add D, that's why I need do a research. I need do a research because we don't know that as our research framework will include another one new D is become another successful in your research. That is very important. Okay. Now I need to discuss regarding the parts of the important on your literature review. Okay, this is a component. Okay. Okay, this we call the inverted pyramid. Pyramid terbalik. So we need start your literature review with the introduction and overview. Okay, please remember in your chapter 1, you actually write research background actually. Research background. So actually, this is chapter 1. Chapter 1 should be simple because introduction. Chapter 1 introduction. Cannot write more and more. Chapter 1 introduction. But you still need to discuss more and more on your research background. So please extend your research background in chapter 1. In chapter 2, you can write more on your research background in chapter 2. So after your outline is 2.1 is introduction, 2.2 actually extended from research background. That's why my student, if they write a research background, I think make it simplified because in chapter 2 we also have the place in terms of write research background more and more. Okay. Then number 2 is actually represent on the theoretical. If you have 3 theory, please explain theory A, and then theory B, and then theory C. After you done discard all theory in this suitable in your research, that's why you can come up. In the end, you can come up a theoretical framework. Theoretical framework, you can only start to draw after you done discuss the all theory of your research. Okay, next, after discuss about the theory, you need to discuss in terms of concept. In this matter, we call support. In order to support the theory, because we need to study in currents, so we need to read a lot of things. And we discuss a model, practice, something like that. And we discussed before from the framework. So we need to come up with the themes, or we call that dimension of variable. How to get these theme variables from your theoretical, from your main knowledge, and then also from your support concept. After you have done your theoretical framework, and then write more and more about the support concept. Then you can drawing your conceptual framework. Okay, next, the part very, very important on your literature review, because the panel will ask you like this. Please take note this one, because your panel will ask regarding this matter. Okay, let's say your name is Fazli. Okay, Fazli, can show me which your literature review actually support your research objective number 1. Meaning that they want that where your literature review to discuss in order to answer your research question number 1 from the previous study. This is very careful. Please check your literature review. Which part or section actually you discuss in order to answer each your research objective or research question. So that's we call that discussion. In literature review, we not call the reporting. We call that discussion. You need to discuss from one study, another studies. So you need to discuss what actually A study, what actually B study, why A, B is same, why A, B so different. So why different? Why Malaysia situation like this? Why others country like that? Why this happened? That we call that discuss. If you just cite and cite and cite and cite and cite, no discussion, no synthesize, no summarize, no analysis, become that your literature review is reporting. It's not discussion. Okay? After you discuss all research finding, that's why I mentioned in the earlier, I mentioned if you read the article, the most important, read research method, methodology, result, and discussion, because we need to discuss the previous finding. So that's why you need to read more. I know that some is still early, maybe not clear, really clear in terms of research methodology. So that's why you afraid read research methodology, result, discussion. But if you just only read a literature review and introduction from the article, then you make it the idea or the fact from that, and then paste in your research. I think your approach is quite wrong. So this is not about a literature review. Literature review actually discussion from the research finding from the previous studies, and then suddenly is so in terms of very importance. That's why I put the numbers. Number 1 represent the most important on literature review. Please write your literature review regarding to answer all your research hypothesis or research question or research objective, and indirectly will be answer your problem statement. That's a very important. Number 2, regarding on literature review, discuss about the theory or main knowledge, and then the support of the concept. Okay, regarding number 3 and number 4 is regarding on the introduction and conclusion in your chapter 2. Should be 2.1 is introduction, example 2.10 is your conclusion. Okay. Okay, this part regarding this, the matter of the literature review, I try to make it visualize regarding. You can write your literature review in the broad topic. Okay, you can write in your literature review on the specialist sub area. Whatever you write in literature review, actually try to answer your research objective and then your research question. Whatever you write in your literature review, when the panel asks you why you choose this theory, why you choose this model, why you choose this literature review, why and why and why and why, only one answer, because I need to answer my research question or research objective. That's it. Okay, that's why I make it summarize here. Okay, very important. You need to have theoretical framework, then you can get the conceptual framework. Last part, you can get the research framework, RF. Okay, how to make sure this? If you have theoretical framework, conceptual framework, and research framework, you can answer your hypothesis, research question, research objective, problem statement, and research background. Actually, problem statement and research background, you can answer in terms of indirectly. Okay, please remember how to get the problem statement. How to get the problem statement. Actually, problem statement from literature review. Problem statement is actually summary of research gap from literature review. Okay, let's say you study 2.5. So 2.5 actually the subtopic to answer your research question number 1. 2.6 to answer research question number 2. 2.7 actually this literature answer your research question number 3. 2.8 actually try to answer your research question number 4. In the last paragraph in 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 and 2.8, that's we call that research gap. After you discuss 2.5 regarding all the literature review answer on your research question number 1, the last paragraph you can make it summarize. In terms of summarize, you can highlight that what's actually the previous study done. So what the space for the next study? The space of the next study become of your research gap. You can copy that the last paragraph 2.5 in your problem statements. That's why sometimes if you want to get the very clear problem statement after you done your literature review. So that's why my student, if you write in chapter 1, I can continue for the chapter 2. Because in order to get the real problem statement, you only can get that after you complete your literature review. Okay? So this is just my suggestions. This is an outline from your literature review. So here, okay, 2.1 is actually your introduction. Every chapter should be an introduction. 1.1, chapter 1 have introduction. 2.1, chapter 2, literature review have introduction. 3.1, in chapter research methodology, also 3.1 introduction. This common, this standard. How long? Only one paragraph. Okay, 2.1 introduction, only one paragraph. You should be highlight what actually you want to study, what is actually content, what is actually outlined in your chapter 2. That's it. Okay, okay, chapter 2, we can start with the overview. This 2.2, this one actually extension your research background. Okay, you can put whatever the title from the 2.2, but this motive actually to extend your research background. Okay, sometimes they have 2.21, 2.22, 2.23. Okay, next 2.3, this is very important. You need to start your research literature review with a theory or basic knowledge, that I'm called that also main knowledge. Okay, so if you have 3 theory, for example, you have 2.31, 2.32, 3.33. The last part of this 2.3, you can draw your theoretical framework. The theoretical framework only done when you complete in your chapter, after you discuss all the things of your theory. Okay, 2.4, we need to discuss about your support for theory. So that's why we need to have the concept and support concept. So we become model, benchmarking, policy, practice, standard, or literature review from the research previous ones. So these all part become a support concepts. So you can discuss model, policy, standard, practice. You can add more, 2.4.5, something like that. So after you discuss all the concept in quantitative, for example, you can represent what is your variable in your dependent variable. Need to discuss dependent variable first. Okay. After discuss the dependent variable, then you can come up with the independent variable, or you have moderating and mediating variable. This represent 2.5, 2.6 and 2.7. Dependent variable, independent variable, and others variable, mediating, moderating, control variable. Okay. For qualitative research, is actually you need to represent this one quite general. Okay, because you cannot propose the thematics. Still early, you need to come out the themes. Because in qualitative, you need to write in your chapter 2, become more knowledge and knowledge from the previous ones. Okay, but you don't know which the theme, which the variable exactly, they accurately, belum tahu lagi. Jadi yang for qualitative, this become subjective matter. How you want to represent on literature review become a subjective. That we know that whatever you write in your chapter 2 is become, this is a knowledge and meaningful to represent in this topic. Okay, actually your outline and your literature review is not very structurally, not structured compared with the quantitative research. Okay, 2.8. Sometimes we call that hypothesis developments. In this part, the other's name is actually the section for answer your all research question. This part we call that the section to answer your research question. 2.8 is very important sections. Very, very important. Okay. So 2.8 should be 2.81. You should be copy paste from your research question or research objective or hypothesis. If you are in quantitative, you should be represent on the research hypothesis. If you don't have research hypothesis, should be represent on research question. But some type of research on the science, engineering, or technical, you should be use a research objective. Okay, but for the qualitative, for sure you don't have hypothesis. You need to answer your all research questions. So 2.8.1 actually the literature review represent to answer your research question number 1. 2.82 research question number 2. 2.3 research question 3. 4, I make it typo. Actually, start with research question number 4 first, after the research question number 5. Okay, that the final one, okay. 2.7, after you discuss the all concept, you end on the drawing on conceptual framework. But 2.8, after you discuss the all literature review to discuss in order to answer the all research question, the final one, you can come up the research framework. So this is some the idea. So maybe 2.9 is your conclusion. But sometimes I notice also, I agree also, if the student can come up with 2.8 represent research question number 1, 2.9 research question number 2, 2.10 research question number 3, 2.11 research question number 4, 2.12 research question number 4, 2.13 your conclusions. It's okay, no problem. Okay, so this is some the idea. That's the method. The last part I need to cover on the literature review. So for me, literature review, your design is actually creative. You can use your creativity to make it the outline. But please remember that my tips. Whatever you write, please remember I write this literature review because I want the knowledge, I want give information in order to answer all my research question or research objective. If that your literature review will be removed. Okay, why you need read this one? Why you read 2.3? What purpose? What purpose? You not clear what purpose? Remove. The panel will be delete this page because no function, not represent to answer your research objective. Why you need write this? You mentioned that, oh, I need to explain this matter because not many people will know that. Yes, you can write this, but only in qualitative. But now you are quantitative. If you want to write like this, please study in qualitative. Only qualitative and only that can represent many things just to show a knowledge and meaningful. That's why you need to clear you are quantitative or qualitative. If you are quantitative, should be accurate, tepat. And whatever you write, have the good reasons. Your reason, perfect reason. Okay, so not perfect lah. I think the best reason. Okay, but for the qualitative, this is as common. This is a common. They have the subjective matters. We call that flexibility. So that's why it's very important on the qualitative. We should be explore and explain. That's the philosophy of research qualitative. There are the difference. Okay. Okay, just this part only. So we cover on the literature review. So I open for question. If you have question on this matter of literature review, so quite tough. And tonight, our material so discuss from what is literature review, what is a theory and theoretical framework, what is concept and conceptual framework, how to represent your research framework after you done everything in your literature review. What is actually you need to understanding of research gap actually are from your literature review. So in order to make sure you have good problem statement in chapter 1 after you done on your literature review. Okay, so any question? I open question if you want to ask. Ada soalan nak tanya boleh? Yep. Lily answer tadi this one for D. Yes, D only suitable for quantitative. Yes. Sebab partial, moderate, mediate ni only for quantitative. Ada soalan? Kalau saya buka soalan, kalau tak ada soalan, you can still ask question after our end our video live ni. You can ask in the WhatsApp group. Okay, please ask if you want to ask and you want to give feedback or you want to give the idea, also welcome. Okay. So next week I need to share with you regarding a template. We call that a templates. So the template is actually easy for you once you read one article and then you try to make it summarize. If you ask me, the most important thing is actually consistent. I just read one article one day, and then after I'm read article, I'm summarizing all the part of the article to the Excel, and then I write one day one paragraph. That's it. I try to make sure I read one journal per day. Then after I'm done, I'm summarize of that my article that I'm read to the Excel. Just key in what's method, what's theory, what population, what the number of sample, for example. And then I try to write one paragraph only one day. If you're consistent, actually you can make it graduate on time. Okay. Okay. Thank you for it. Thank you very much for your participant, your times on this class on business research method. So if you have any question, you can give your feedback and question from our WhatsApp group. I'm sorry, I think that one person still try to in our class, but I think the network problem is not my network, but maybe the outside problem networks. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry if I have something wrong to explain a little bit. My English is something is not really good to show you. Try to explain regarding this method to understand on literature review. I'm sorry. So we meet again for the next week. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Terima kasih semua.